Hello, my friends, and thanks for joining me. It's a rainy Saturday afternoon here, and I'm in my nest, and my name is Kate. And as always, this is just a bit of sharing with this lovely community, and yeah, chatting along as I do some stitching this afternoon. I have a couple of stories to tell, and I wanted to start very specifically with a wonderful thank you and shout out to the beautiful Josephine who found me through Instagram. And I know she watches, but she mentioned that she had been going through her things and she'd found this bangle that she had made 12 years ago, and she didn't want to give it to a thrift store and offered and I am reluctant to receive things. I feel you're also kind, and I find it hard to accept gifts. However, she was quite insistent, and this is beyond beautiful. And look at the clasp, even. So Josephine said that she knew it would go with my aesthetic, and it sure does. So we are working garden-wise this afternoon. And so I've sort of got complementary colours. Let me catch you up with, I don't know what I'm going to call this because I've got so many projects on the way, but maybe we could start with this piece. This was the floral embroidery panel that I started last week, and many of you helped me with my exploration of stick and stitch. So since you will have seen it, I've done the stems in this lovely, I really like that. And I was just about to chop it, and I thought, no, keep it together. I need to finish up here. And for the moment, I'm going to leave these bits undone. I'm going to harvest it as two separate floral pieces. So that's what this little section of my videos has been about. How can I add to the collections of vintage textiles that I already have? And I was actually sorting through, I've been thinking about textile books, and you may remember I made a whole series of little tiny, where should I start? I don't know which one was the first one. Last year on Fridays, I did a series based on the colour palettes that Fleur Woods uses in her book, The Untamed Thread. And I know quite a number who are doing Roxy's, the latest volume 9, are saying that they are doing Fleur's or may do her. So I sort of feel that I used Fleur's colours, but at that stage I wasn't doing much embroidery. This was the warm, I think, warm or soft. And you can see my style is very much building a garden out of collage and grabbing bits. So this isn't complete. It still makes me smile. I remember that lovely silk piece. Probably now I wouldn't put that particular braid there. So, you know, by showing and sharing, we also show our growth and understanding. But I loved doing these little hold in your hand pieces. So what I'm trying to explain is that I use a lot of pieces, a lot of florals and leaves, and as we are all conscious, these pieces are becoming more precious, and to supplement my work, I am adventuring into making my own florals. So I think you've got the idea, but I've got 3 out, so I may as well show you the third one. Here I've harvested 2 little bits on top of the existing doily. There's little bits. See, I should have these in my bag all the time and just pick them up and keep working. Little pocket, cross stitch. I think that's Rachel's fabric underneath there. Well, this was harvested from, oh, I don't know what volume that was. That was the autumn that I had no idea at that stage. Oh, and there's a panel. In fact, I might take that. Oh, I can take that out because it's just not stitched. That's the advantage of not finishing things. Okay, so what am I doing today? Well, oh, did I show you that one? I like this one because it's got the crochet loop. So how are you doing? Are you as excited as me about projects and stitching in the snuggly weather? We in Australia, we are just going from one extreme to the other. So we've through our heat wave, and now we're getting ready for day after day of rain. And my husband, who's out at the moment, said, "Kate, is this your ideal weather?" And I said, "Absolutely. It's snugglier without being winter. And if there's a day like this and it's on a weekend, I'm going to seize it." All right, so there's that piece. All of this has been worked in wool and DMC. So I want to make some more of these bits. So this one was on blanket. My blankets too are getting scarcer, so I'm thinking I need to use wadding a little bit more, and saying that I brought some wadding down, but I can't find where I've got it. So it might be blanket underneath today, I'm not sure. So I have got lots and lots of bits, and I actually had thought that I could make this a snippet roll and do some things on there. And you don't need to see me go through all the blankets. So I start with what's going to be my backing, blanket or wadding. And then, because I'm finding all these favorite things, I came across this linen that I dyed at Fleur's workshop in March last year, March 25. And I can't believe 3 days from today, we will be flying to Wellington to start the Green Door on tour, and I'll get to see Fleur because she's teaching on that. So 3 weeks. Hello, Fleur. She doesn't watch, but I'm just thinking of her and what a beautiful memory it is, because I might be stitching on these. So these are linens that I dyed with the gouache. So this one's yellowy. This is its other half, and I thought I had some more that were pink. Oh yeah, I have dismissed them because they're a little bit light for this. So I'm thinking of a particular work that I need some flowers on, and I've decided that this will be the colour that I work on. So I'm going to back that, and I will show you what I've done in prep. Yes, I have found that I have some Solvay in the house, and this is different to the stick and stitch. So finally, after these years of stitching and doing everything backwards, Kate is finally starting to use some of these products that I'm sure a lot of you have been using for ages. So I'm just pinning this down. You will not recognize it, but I will show you where I got the vague shape from. And it's from this book under here. I've shown you it before. I talked about it in my newsletter. It is this wonderful photographer, Manon is her name, from the Netherlands. And these are her own photos, her favourite ones from last year. And she's put them into a book, and it just blows my mind, the beauty of these florals. So this whole process for me doing these flowers is about learning and experimenting. So I love the soft pinks of these flowers, and I love the inside, and I particularly like these yellow hangy downy bits, stamens. And some of you will be thinking, is she going to use turkey stitch? I don't know. But the idea of that texture really appeals to me. So it will not look anything like that, but that is my inspiration. So all I have so far is I did that like that. Now some of you would start embroidering straight onto that. I can't. I've got some feltish there that would, I haven't stitched on felt. Oh, that's quite nice. Would that be a waste? I could make little flower. I'll leave that because it's pretty special. I'm just dipping down into my, that's too round. I just need a little bigger bit. We won't really see the orange, but this is a nice way of knitting. This has obviously been used as a nest. So please don't be turned off by the orange if that's not your colour. Gee, I like that. It's so pretty. Okay, let's go back to here. I have to get the blanket now. So lots of you, thank you, have been sharing about your hope totes on the website, on the Facebook, so that is fantastic. It's a great way to just to keep in touch with each other and be inspired. I love just scrolling through, and sometimes, anyway, sorry, I just better focus because don't even know if I'm in the middle. And sorry for not saying goodbye on my most recent video. The phone storage zipped at right at the last minute. It's always when you just don't check. I'll come back to that snippet idea, except I've got this idea now and I can't. Let me just put that there so I don't forget. Because who knows how this will go, and I might have to give up. So first time solver user. You're doing it all wrong, but I'm just going to put some stitches in these gaps. times can you get a little knot? Has this moved? It sort of has, hasn't it? Don't know what's happened, but it's like I have to put my hands further forward. Now, this is all over the place already. And I think what I'll end up doing is just getting the outline down, because these are really big bits to thread paint. So my idea is if I got the outline down, then I might gouache some sections, colour them in. Goodness, sorry, probably going too fast. Well, the good news is that it's easy to go through. Do I like the feel of the plastic? Nope. I suppose I'm just doing it bit by bit. Because last year when I tried to draw flowers straight onto the linen with Fleur, I couldn't, there wasn't enough understanding on my part to do it. So I do know a little bit more, only out of practicing. Or not even practicing, just just experimenting as I urgently need to do works. So dog barking in the distance, or the sounds of a Saturday afternoon here, no one mowing. Making myself dizzy by going round and round. As long as I can push down those lines. Thinking it's sort of going to be an impressionist interpretation or expressionist. Okay, so that at least is there. So what I did, oh, I've done it upside down, that's fine. I just roughly, because you can see how delicate these flowers are, I just sort of basically made them into some petal shapes that I could follow, and I'm just going to make up the sides. And then for me, it doesn't look right either. I've got it on the reverse. Because they should be, yeah, okay, just shows, then it's a total original. I should have put it down the other way. Okay, first lesson learnt. Which way do I like it? We're going to have flower, those things. Okay, that has to be the top. And I'll do some more over here. And can be some more. Oh yeah, this side doesn't like being drawn on. Oh my gosh. It's like a comedy show, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I've also, actually we might go in between, I've also found, well, this is the fabric that Missy bought me as, or gave me as part of my Christmas present. And I thought I had a funnier shaped bit. If this other one is too freehand, this, I want to do this as well. So just so I remember. I tea dyed it because it was quite stark white, so I let it soak, and it did absorb quite a lot of the tea. That's how much I love that piece, because I'm using my beautiful Angora. Little bits everywhere. Okay. I've really set myself a challenge, haven't I? An easy part, I was going to say, is that I picked up some threads, and now I can't find them either. And I've got that, and I have the perlite. Yeah, this. Haven't used this for a long time. I'm trying to remember what I was taught, that we can chop it up here, and then we can just pull out a length. Wow, that worked. My first bit of stitching today. I don't know what you like to watch when you're stitching, but I like a good medical show, especially late at night. I tend to be, I tend to stitch quite late. It's just a new habit, and yeah, I'm working through. I'm watching The Pit at the moment. Before that, I watched The Resident, and then I thought, and I found it yesterday for a daytime stitch. I'm going to watch the whole of Grey's Anatomy again, because I absolutely love that. Have I told you this before? So this is variegated perlay. And what I am liking about this is that my needle's not getting sticky, which it did with the stick and stitch. But I did realise that that was also because I was doing it on a very hot day, and because of all the lovely tips that you gave me. I learned not to touch it too much in the center because that heats it up and makes it melt. So I didn't know what I was going to do, but I'm going back to what I thought might help. Is I'm going to outline with this sweet variegated pinky creamy colour for a few of the petals. One of these. One of these will come out and one won't. Oh dear. Sometimes I get really aware of your precious time and I go very fast, but I'm just going to breathe now and go slower and enjoy the fact that this sort of looks like a petal. And let's do these few behind. Why did I come out of that? I'll go across here. And then we'll change threads and needles. Oh, threads and colours. Stitch. There's a siren. Thinking of the people. So we've got a big petal, a baby petal, and let's see if we can make a start on this humongous petal here, and that will give us enough to start colouring in. And you can have a giggle and see how I go with colouring in over Solvi. Has a little bit of a dog's leg, a little bite out of it. And let's keep going. in the drawing, there's a petal that goes over the top. Whether I'll remember that or not, I don't know. Okay, so you can hardly see that, but that's what I've done. And let's start some colouring in. I'm just experimenting with the idea of wool beside the perle. Just start here. Actually, I'm getting more used to the feel of this. It helps me get the shapes better. A little bit of a petal. Let's go over here. This one hasn't been outlined, but we'll do it as well. Make it different size. Oh, a slightly different angle. See how that's becoming beautiful and pink. But exactly the same wool as that, but this is sort of pink and peachy. Okay, decision time. I'll do the bottom of this flower here. Petal, not flower. If you're a traditional embroiderer, you'll see already that I'm not traditional, and for me it's what am I going to say? I like the joy of getting it done, and that probably comes at the expense of neatness and precision, but within my style I think this goes okay. Right, I'm in the center of this giant one. I've jumped over the little bit that we've left. Still got threads, so just laying down some stitches here that we can go over with another colour. Fill in between. between paint. Squeeze one more in. Oh, couldn't. Right, so there it is with the wool starting. So it's very fine, very calm colours for me today. So let's go a little bit wilder. Let's look at our pictures. So we need sort of pink in these little flowers, and then we're going to do maybe some mustard or something around. So is that the hottest pink I've got? You will know that the answer is not. Let's look at that. That's the sort of effect of that cupcake. Wow, it's very bright, maybe too bright. Oh. That's what I've been using. Let's try this one. It's Little Woolies again. Can't go past it. Except I cut out the blue if it comes usually. Yep. I feel very lucky because I actually put my new pens in there. I put it's really in the wrong one, but it's like I've got, and the bobbin I was machine sewing earlier. Yeah, it's like the never-ending supply. Forgot to do a knot, I have to tell me if I'm getting a bit tame. Feels very, very grown up of me to be. What is those bits? Oh, they're the mustardy bits. Okay, so I'll do these pink ones. these are the ones I made up myself, and I can see there's only 4, so we're going to have to do another one freehand. Interesting, isn't it, that this looked a lot deeper pink, but the part I'm in is not. So just little stitches to sort of be the inside or on top of something. Let's do another one randomly here. So I may have told you I'm coming into a really busy 8 or so weeks. So I'm doing quite a few different projects. So I've got enough to keep me going, some to do when I'm traveling, and other big ones to finish off. So, and some big ones I'm just starting because I like starting, as you probably know. All right, so we've got some of this left. Shame I'm over there. It's a big stretch. Okay, so let's go here. So they're going to be like those little bulby things. And because I've got this just under the needle and don't want to waste it, let's just go down the side of this petal. And see, now it comes hot pink for me. Now, some people outline, some people don't. I don't know which I like best, so at the moment I'm just practicing my stem stitch by going around the outside. And I seem to have attracted this piece of Italian paper, journaling paper, under my hand. See, the good thing for me is even if that's puckering a bit on the paper's going to go away, and I will harvest the flower and it'll go on another piece. So in a way it helps if it's a little bit 3D and not flat. Okay. Really is pale, isn't it? Okay. I think I need to use this lovely mustardy colour. Haven't got it all. I think it was Kristen who taught us how to do this. And I never realised that you keep that there and it keeps them in control. do these bulby things. Let's straighten them as if they were a petal and go this way. What on earth have I done? A bit on top of each other. I think that's probably the challenge when I go from wool to other threads. Not much room on this side. See if we can round this one off, come down a little bit. Okay, that's there. Over here to this big one. Remember that yellow is going to spread all over the top of this, like ooze out like a volcano. So that's going to be an adventure and lots of fun. I was just thinking, I wonder if you'll see this flower again, but I'm sure you will. That's what I am, warts and all. And I'm starting to really enjoy, well, I've enjoyed all of it, but now that you can see some shape and colour, then that lets my mind go with how to colour in underneath. And then I'll take the solvay off pretty early, I think. And maybe by next time I'll just do it straight onto the linen. Okay, so let's imagine I need one more stitch in there. And then so what's your favourite way of embroidering flowers like that aren't already on fabric? Have you got a favourite way? Nearly running out of thread, so I'll just do as many stitches as I can on this one, this side. this is a good example how you can see the different threads and their impact. I love this one. Attracted something else. There we go. All right, so what have we done in our time together? Number one, I hope you got things done because I've just been nattering really along and you can hardly see that, but we have the outline of a couple of petals. We've got some dots. We've got some mustard bits, another petal inspired, and don't laugh because it looks completely different already, but inspired by that. So hopefully when you see this next time, it's going to be warm. See, it's funny. Maybe it's because it's on this. I don't know. It's all good fun. So where's my family of other stitches? This is the one that was actually looking like flowers. This one. So there we go. Inspired by that. And this, we're on to this. So to be continued as always. Please take care, enjoy your weekend or your week whenever you are watching this, and it could be years to come in the future. So as I say, I'm blessed to have your company. Thank you for spending your precious time with me, nattering and learning with you. There we are. We'll get there. Thanks a lot. Bye.